Welcome in guys, Matt from Total Drummer. Here we are learning your first drum fill. We're actually going to learn two fills and we're going to learn them really fast because I just want you to get going, get creative in less than 10 minutes. So let's start this. If you haven't seen the first drum beat lesson, go and get it. I'll put a link here or underneath or both. So go and check that out if you need your first drum beat. These fills we're going to learn are going to go with it. There's sheet music, there's a link as well below this video so you can grab that completely free. Even if you don't read, I would get it because the counting we're going to use today is written on there, and just by doing it you'll start to recognise the notes, you'll start to learn to read, and it's really going to help your learning process, okay? So link under for the free sheet music and the free drum beat lesson, but let's start learning some fills. So the first fill, we're going to use a phrase. It's a bit of a silly phrase, but it's the easiest way to learn it. If we're going to do this quick and we're not going to start learning note values right now, this is the easiest way to do it. So we're going to use sounds. So I know in America they'll use the sounds of Pat Boone, Debbie Boone, and that was the fill right there, I've said it. In England we use flats in Dagenham. So if you haven't been to Dagenham, it's in East London. If you haven't been there, don't go there, it's horrible. If you're from Dagenham, I'm only kidding, it's lovely, it's gorgeous. If you've been to Dagenham, then you know it is horrible, so don't go there. So, no, I'm kidding, people of Dagenham, I'm joking, but flats in Dagenham is the one. So flats being, sort of high-rise blocks with flats in them. And we're going to use that sound, so flats in Dagenham, or Pat Boone, Debbie Boone. So just by saying that, you're 90% of the way there. If you can say it, you can play it. The way we're going to orchestrate it, or voice it around the drum kit, is to do the flats in as snare, high tom, okay? So on that sheet music, that's written as right hand and left hand. Depending what speed you're playing it at, you might find it easy to go right hand, then right hand again. So we're going to go flats in, and then Dagenham is going to be snare, snare, floor tom. So it's snare, high tom, snare, snare, floor tom. Let me just play you that fill. Okay, so that last four, just half a bar. If we were counting it properly, instead of saying flats in Dagenham, it would be 3 and 40 and. So it's the second half of bar one. So for the first half of that bar, we're going to play a drum beat. We're going to play a basic 8-beat. And I'm going to use the exact 8-beat that's taught in that lesson I referenced a minute ago with the link under this video, okay? So I'm going to use that. So we're going to play that for half a bar, the count of which will be 1 and 2 and then on beat 3, flats in Dagenham. So that's the fill. So let me play very slowly that whole loop. Half a bar of drum beat, half a bar of flats in Dagenham. And I'm just going to repeat that round. Okay, so I gave it to you slow and then a bit of a faster speed so you can kind of hear it come into life a little bit. Now, as you get used to that, the beauty of these fills is you can orchestrate them differently around the kit. So I'm giving you one orchestration, learn the rhythm, and then you can move it around the kit. All right, let's learn the second fill. This one is going to be even easier than the first one because we're actually going to take a bit of the first one and use it again. Okay, so do you remember there were sort of two parts? There was flats in and there was Dagenham. Right, if we take that Dagenham, or some people love learning drum fills with food sounds, so like Indian food, so you might say Vindaloo. So basically, it's 3 syllables. Dagenham, Vindaloo, Debbie Boone, whatever word you want to use to remember it, it just, as I said, for the sake of learning it quickly, it means we don't have to get too caught up with music theory and notation and all of that stuff. If you do want to learn all that stuff, I'll put a link under the video as well to a sight reading course that will teach you it. But right now we're trying to learn a fill fast. We're trying to get those quick results, okay? So, Vindaloo, Debbie Boone, Dagenham, whatever. We're going to play that little phrase 4 times. So it's a 3-net phrase, gaga boom. We're going to do it 4 times. The way it's written on the sheet music is to go snare, snare, high tom 3 times, and on the 4th one, snare, snare, floor tom. Now, you can do it in lots of ways, but let's stick with that for now, so I'll play it slow. Okay, now that's longer, that's twice as long as the first fill, so that actually that lasts for one whole bar. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to play one whole bar of the drum beat and then one whole bar of the drum fill, so it makes a 2-bar phrase. So let me give it to you slowly and then I'll play it a bit quicker. Okay guys, so 3 speeds there. You've got a fast, kind of medium, and then a slow at the beginning. As I went faster, did you notice I started to move it around the kit a bit? So you don't have to do that at the beginning, but once you get comfortable with the feel, you can just move it around, have fun, rehash it, make it more interesting, and you can get a lot of mileage out of this. So if you think about it, we learnt one fill, and then we took half of that fill and made another fill up. And then I moved it around the kit, so I made lots of different variations of that fill. So although we only learned 2 fills there, you can see that once you learn some basic ideas, you can get a lot of mileage out of these. So I hope you enjoyed that. As I say, below this, you've got links for the sheet music, completely free. You've got a link for your first drum beat lesson as well, completely free. That comes with sheet music. And also, if you want to get a bit deeper into drums and really learn it from a beginner stage, there's a link under this video too for a drum course, very comprehensive. It covers basically everything you ever need to know on the drums, and you can start it for free. You can try it and see if you like it, and it gets delivered to you in drips, so it keeps you motivated and shows you exactly what to learn at each stage. So it makes it really easy to kind of make that progression week by week and feel yourself getting better. Everything's under here if you want to go and check it out, but for now I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Get going with these fills.